Hello, my name is Josh,
And I'm Dilyana.
and today we're going to be talking about the evaluation of our final production. But first, I think we need to talk about the preliminary task and how it has affected us when we are recording our final production. So, when we were recording our preliminary task, we didn't use a tripod for our over-the-shoulder shots. So, when we did our final production, we thought it'd be better to cut out any unnecessary shaking by holding the camera, so we got a tripod for that. And when we tried to keep continuity between opening a door, we decided to get rid of this, seeing as the cafe that we had a glass door and glass window, so we could see them leaving the establishment. So we decided to make our own logo, and we made up our own organisation name as well, as Underground Film Productions. And this has a double meaning to our logo as well, seeing as it's an underground sign and generally thought of crime. So crime generally happens in the shadows and away from everyone to see it. The seamless transition between our train moving along the tracks and the sirens in the background makes it feel as if one are connected, so it makes it feel more professional. And the jump cut that is seen is not planned, but we decided to make it in because it tells a good story on how he might have changed his mind, and this is how he decided to commit the crime.
We decided to open up the production with a really nice establishing shot because it works really well in our case, and showing the background and the faceless person in the frame. So it looks like we were aiming for the idea of showing him the boss and being on top of the world, like he's looking over his kingdom. It seems like he's on top of like a car garage. Idea showing him as being really calm and unworried about what's going on, being confident in the things that he's doing, and relaxed.
How's the family?
Well, you know the usual. Tom's doing well at school. Louis got her first job.
Oh, good.
Yeah. What about you?
Same old, same old. Oh, here we go. There's the missus wondering where I am. Right, grab a coat.
What? Why? Alright, let's go.
Cheers, Babs.
When we first see the cafe, we see two unnamed men who are just having breakfast and talking casually about their family. This is quite weird because they're in the centre and we haven't been told much about what's been going on in the story yet.
The bit that we noticed that it wasn't like working well in this case was the over the shoulder shots, because they were quite
Often.
yeah, often, exactly. And we missed the opportunity to just like show a close up to the guy that he is eating and just show the while he is like chewing the bread.
To make it look like he is very animalistic and how he is so cruel to his victims.
And it should have added a lot to developing his personality and the narrative that we are aiming for.
And the only bits of plot points that you get in that cafe are the text that you don't see, and we leave the camera where it is after a zoom out from the over-the-shoulder shot as they walk out of the cafe to go and do what has they've just been told to do on the text. And this makes the viewer want to follow them, want to be where the action is, and we just don't show what's going to happen. We saw in our research that not many productions had actually used their background music to the best that they could, and we decided to up the volume a little bit to add the suspense when we didn't have any conversations going. The way that we've recorded it on the car park is that we've recorded the top and then a level lower down. So when on the top it represents the higher up and how open it is and how you can see everything and there's a lot of light. But down in the depth of this organisation it's really dark and really shadowy, so not a lot can be seen of how it works. But we've laid over the top the credits for the actors and what we've done, and we've chosen a really bland font just to not draw the eye to it and just try and let you see our panning shots in action.
During the editing process, we noticed that there was quite a match between the panning shots and the level that we actually shoot it was quite different, and that's why you can notice easily that we have like different angle in the different like panning shots. During the editing process, when we were making decisions of which part should we include first, the amount of panning shots that we had were quite good, and in this case it were really good because we decided to match them and show like a passage of time, show the way the whole action has been developed in the background, and adds like a mystery to the whole narrative.
So you could see the message that was being sent and the time that it was being sent. But we did the recording before we decided to change the timing a little bit, but we couldn't get back out and do another shoot of him holding the phone and sending it. We also realised later on when we were editing that we hadn't sent the first message that was supposed to go to the hitmen that was supposed to link them two together and continue the story and provide a little bit of clarity for the viewer.
But the fact is that it kind of adds mystery and eerie to the whole thriller. Another thing that I should like to discuss is the scene that we close the whole thriller with. It's like unfocused and really blurry, but when the titles of the whole production and the thriller comes on like on the screen, the background scene and the shot goes on focus, and it's kinda clears up the whole idea, and we promise to explain the story at the actual film. We hope that the whole voiceover explains our decisions and why we've chosen them.
And even though there were a couple of mistakes, I think overall we are very happy with how it came out and how it portrays our skill in making short videos. Thank you for watching.